Okay, so these two problems always give people a hard time. I don't know if it's the trig or get lost in the process, but here's what we're trying to do. Big picture, we want to find the equation of that horizontal tangent line, slope is 0. We also want to find the equation of that line at that point. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to take the derivative of this function. So the derivative of 4 is 0. The derivative of cotangent is negative cosecant squared. And then the derivative of, well, the 2 is a constant, right? And the negative 2 actually is a constant. But then I know the derivative of these trig functions that start with c is always negative. So I'm going to make this plus 2 cosecant x cotangent x. So then I don't want to work with cosecant and cotangent, so I'm going to rewrite these in terms of sine and cosine. So that becomes 1 over sine squared of x plus 2 times 1 over sine x times cosine x over sine x. Well, it just so happens that this becomes y equals, well, let's see. See how when I multiply those, I get sine squared? So I've got two fractions. See, I'm going to multiply this whole mess. That's a fraction, or an irrational expression, over sine squared, over sine squared. So I can just rewrite this as negative 1 plus 2 cosine x over sine squared x. So that's the derivative. Started ugly, looking more tame. Now, I like to do, let's find the horizontal tangent line first. So I'm going to try to delete this part, because I don't need that anymore. And the horizontal tangent line, remember, we're looking for where it's 0 over a number. So really all I care about is where does 1 plus 2 cosine x equals 0. Well, I'm going to solve this trig equation. So cosine x equals positive 1/2. And then I got to think about my 36 right triangles, or have a chart, or I guess you could do the arc sine on your arc cosine on your calculator, but that's a messy number. I know that this is going to be x equals pi over 3. Okay, and if you think about it, pi over 3 is just a little bit better than 1, and that certainly looks a little bit better than 1. Okay, so now, since that's where the slope is 0, I need to find, remember, all horizontal lines, your y equals a constant. So I've got to find out what y is. I see it's better than 2. So I know, so all I've got to do is take that x value and substitute it into here. So y equals 4 plus the cotangent of, actually, let's do it this way. This might be a little easier. Isn't that the reciprocal of the tangent? So 1 over the tangent of pi over 3. I don't know if it's going to be any easier, but we'll do it this way. Minus 2 times 1 over the sine of pi over 3. So let's see. Let's do some moving. Let's see. It's going to move this up. I'll move this up. I'll move this up because I still need that. I don't want to lose that. Okay, so then we think about our 30, 60 right triangles. If that's a pi over 3 or 60 degrees, this is the square root of 3 over 2. This is 1/2, and of course that's 1. So it's going to become 4 plus, well, let's see now, the tangent, I don't know, might be just easy to do the cotangent. Cotangent's adjacent over, I was going to do root 3 over 2 divided by 1/2, which is root 3. Maybe we'll go that route, right? So square root of 3 over 2 divided by 1/2 is the same thing as root 3 over 2 times 2 over 1. The 2's cancel out. That's root 3. And this is going to be 1 over the square root of 3 minus 2 times, now the sine of pi over 3 is the same as this over 1. So 1 over that becomes 2 over the square root of 3. Okay, think about that. If you're getting a little lost with that, Just think about it a little bit. I know you know this. Okay. So now we're going to evaluate this a little bit. Well, this is going to become 4, let's see, plus, here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write this over here a little bit more to give myself a little room. So 4 plus, see how this is 1 over the square root of 3 minus 4 over the square root of 3? So isn't that negative 3 over the square root of 3? Negative 3 over the square root of 3. Sorry about that. Well, it'd be really nice to have this be one rational expression. So I'm going to multiply 4 by root 3 over root 3. So isn't that 4 square roots of 3 minus 3 all over root 3? And then it's good form to rationalize these things. So I'm going to multiply by the square root of 3 over the square root of 3, which becomes, now if you distribute that, don't I get, let's see, let's go back to some black ink. So that's going to be 12 minus 3 square roots of 3 all over 3, and I can factor 3 out of everything. So I'm going to get 4 minus the square root of 3. So it's the equation of the tangent line, or the horizontal tangent line, is, guess I got to delete that. Can I just delete that? Yes. Y equals 4 minus the square root of 3. So how does that compare to the graph? Well, 4 minus the square root of 3, well, the square root of 3 is 1 point something. So 4 minus 1 point something is 2 point something. I could be convinced that's what that is. Okay, so that's the horizontal tangent line. 48's the same kind of question, so I'm going to have you do that one too. Well, I'm going to do it here, and you can go do the My Math Lab one. Now we've got to find, here, let me do some kind of stop the video and clean this up for a little bit. So I think this next one's a whole lot easier. We have a point, we know the x value. Let's find, this is y prime. I didn't write that, but that's y prime. So let's find the slope. Let's find y prime of pi over 2. So negative 1 plus 2 times the cosine of pi over 2 all over the sine of pi over 2 squared. Well, remember unit circle, that coordinate is 0, 1. What's the cosine of pi over 2? 0, so that just becomes negative 1 over. What's the sine of pi over 2? This is squared. 1, and we're going to square it. We get 1. What's the slope? Negative 1. I could be convinced that's the slope of negative 1. And I have the point. Y minus 2 equals negative 1 times x minus pi over 2. And since I'm just doing this in paper, that's all I'm going to do. If I had to make my math lab happy, I'd probably have to add 2 to the other side. Okay, so that was a lot easier, that part. Okay. So here's 48. If you want, you can stop the video and try it. Come back and watch what I do, or maybe you don't even want to do that and you just want to go do the My Math Lab one. You know, whatever works for you. So first off, so I'm going to get rolling with this. So I know the derivative equals 1, 0. We're going to have the square root of 2 come along because it's a constant. The derivative of the cosecant is negative cosecant x cotangent x. And then the derivative of cotangent x is negative secant squared, negative cosecant squared x. Tangent secant squared, isn't it? Cosecant squared x. So that's the derivative. So let's do the hard stuff first. Let's find the equation of the horizontal tangent line. So where does 0 equal? Well, let's see. Negative square roots of 2 times 1 over the sine times cosine over sine. I should be having an x with that, I know. Minus 1 over sine squared. So again, I can write negative square root of 2 cosine minus 1 all over sine squared. So that's, I don't know why I wrote 0. I really wanted to clean this up first. So now where is this equal to 0? Well, remember, that's just where the numerator is equal to 0. So I've got this, whoops, let me stick an x here. Lets me go negative 1. I should have had the x. So to solve this for cosine x, I'm going to get negative 1 over the square root of 2, which is also negative square root of 2 over 2. And let's see if I can move all this up. Oh, the whole mess, good. Now, if I think about the unit circle, sorry, Dan, sine. All seniors turn crazy, I like to say at Oxbow, where all students take calculus. So the cosine is negative over here and over here. If I look at this graph, I see that this number is in between 2 and 3, so it's certainly not going to be down in quadrant 3. It'll be up here in quadrant 2. So what angle has a cosine of negative root 2 over 2? Well, it's got to be a 45-degree reference angle, pi over 4. So x equals 3 pi over 4 is the x-coordinate where this is a horizontal tangent line. So now we just got to go back and we have to evaluate the original function at 3 pi over 4. So let me do some cleaning up here. Let's see, let me just delete some of this. Let's see. Okay, good. So y of 3 pi over 4 equals 1 plus 2, or root 2, times the cosecant of 3 pi over 4. Well, I know in quadrant 2, this is the square root of 2. This is, or even better, why rationalize it? Because we're just going to take the reciprocal of it. We can say that this is 1 over the square root of 2. And this is also is 1 over the square root of 2, but we don't really care about that. And that's 1. Let's see. So what am I looking for? Oh, yeah. So the reciprocal. I'm looking for I'm looking for the cosecant of 3 pi over 2, 3 pi over 4. So the reciprocal of the sine is this. So I believe that's just the square root of 2 over 1. Plus the cotangent, well, cotangent of this is going to be negative 1, right? Because it's this divided by this, right? Let me get a pointer. It's going to be this divided by this, right? Adjacent divided by opposite. So that's negative 1. So plus negative 1. There's nothing else with that? No. So the 1 cancels out, the 1 cancels out. So y equals 2 is what I think the horizontal tangent line is. And if this is 0, I could be very easily convinced that that crosses the y-axis at 2. Okay, so there's the horizontal tangent line. Let me stop the video and clean it up a little bit for the one at P. Okay, so now let's evaluate the derivative at pi over 4. Because remember, now what we're trying to do is find this equation. So negative 2 times the cosine of pi over 4 minus 1 over 2, no, not 2. Over the sine of pi over 4 squared. Let's see. So the cosine of pi over 4 is root 2 over 2, right? Remember our 40, 60, 45, 45 right triangle work, right? 1 square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. So this is going to be negative 2 times root 2 over 2 minus 1 over the sine of pi over 4, which is, again, root 2 over 2. Root 2 over 2, but I'm going to square that. So I think that's 1/2. Just realized that I lost the square root here. Makes it a much easier question having the square root there. So that's going to be root 2 times root here, right here. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. Divided by 2 is 1, and it's negative. So that becomes negative 2 over 1/2. Take the reciprocal of 1/2, and that gives me a slope of negative 4. And then, let's see, because we've got we already have the coordinates of the point, right? We can say y minus 4 equals negative 4 times x minus pi over 4. And there's the equation of that line. I could be very convinced that the slope is 1/4, and we've got the negative 4, and we got the equation. So that's the problem. And good luck. You can go do the My Open Math one. My Math Lab, sorry.